Hey, it's Danny with Words Are Matter. I received a comment on one of my videos. This person asked if I could share a languaging hack for winning the lottery. The thing is, abundance consciousness is a frequency band. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a single experience. It's not an external circumstance. It's not a massive inheritance. Those are external quirks and blips that sure might bring us money, but they're not the type of experiences that are going to allow our entire vehicle, this human vehicle, to shift into abundance consciousness. Abundance consciousness is a frequency band that exists in the collective, in the morphogenetic field. And when we attune our own vibrational frequencies to the frequency of abundance, then we connect, we align ourselves with that larger frequency band, and then we are simply living in abundance consciousness, and we don't have to worry about winning the lottery or selling a book or XYZ, because we are living in an abundant stream, and how the universe chooses to express that and bestow that upon us is up to the universe. Imagine it like grooves on a record, for those of us who remember records, right? Each of those grooves is a different frequency band. So our words choose to deepen those grooves, to empower those frequency bands. So for those of us who are stuck in scarcity consciousness and whose words continue to allege and empower scarcity consciousness, those grooves on that record are getting deeper and deeper. Language is our best, most handy, effective tool when it comes to attuning ourselves to these frequency bands: abundance, empowerment, wisdom, beauty, magic, integrity, authenticity, what have you, whatever your personal priorities are. We attune ourselves to these frequency bands internally. This is an internal job. And once we attune ourselves to these frequencies, we align ourselves to these larger frequency bands in the collective, then life will continue to configure to affirm these frequencies that we are embodying. So this is why it's really important that every word we speak is affirming that abundance, is attuning ourselves to that frequency band. That's why I never say I don't have time. When I say don't have time, I'm alleging scarcity. So even though I'm not talking about money per se, in that moment when I say I don't have time, I'm attuning my vessel to the frequency band of lack. And then I'm connecting to that larger frequency band of lack, and that is going to be guiding my meanderings around this earth plane. That's why it's smarter to say, I'm not going to do that today. Instead, I'm choosing to do XYZ. Let's schedule the thing for another day, right? So today is less about specific words, languaging hacks, and more sharing the visual, sharing the larger picture of these energetic frequencies as frequency bands that we are using our language to align ourselves with. Take empowerment. Empowerment is its own frequency band. Empowerment is not something bestowed upon us by an external authority, regardless of what mainstream culture tries to convince us of. Empowerment is vibrational frequency that I choose to align myself with on an internal level. And once I align myself with that, then I'm connected to the empowerment frequency band, and then life will configure accordingly to affirm my empowerment. That's why I choose to eschew phrases like have to or can't, and to replace them with the word choose. Everything that I do is a choice. And when I acknowledge that everything that I do is a choice, that I choose to go to work because I choose to have money, because I choose to have cell phone reception and superfoods in my kitchen, every time I affirm that my choices are in fact choices, then I am setting my vibrational frequency to that of empowerment, and I am aligning with the larger frequency band of empowerment. And now that I am harmonizing myself to that frequency, life will consistently configure to affirm my empowerment. And take it from me, someone who has definitely made the shift from living in a shrunken victim mentality to someone who is walking around sovereign, owning my agency from an empowered frequency. It is so much more fun and expansive and interesting to live in this frequency band. Thank you for paying attention to how you are languaging your own internal vibration, how you are setting up your own internal vibrational frequency with your words, and make positive choices and consistent choices. The key is really consistency, because I can say as many affirmations as I want during my morning EFT tapping that would allege to convince me that I am an empowered, abundant, impactful being. And at the same time, if the words that I'm utilizing throughout the day are running counter to that, if I'm using words that are actually attuning myself to scarcity and victim consciousness and loneliness and lack and all those other things, then those morning affirmations are useless. It's really, really, really important to be mindful of our language, because language is the tool that determines where we're going to be vibrating and which frequency bands we are aligning ourselves with. So language, your life, your every moment with this idea in mind, with this knowledge in mind, with this new visual, with this new understanding in mind, such that you are consistently aligning your vibrational frequency with the larger frequency bands that you are choosing to guide your life. Thanks for paying attention. Remember that every word matters and that you are omniscopic amazingness. Have a rockin' day.